So joining me now by phone is former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik. Good to have you with us this evening, sir. Obviously a sad day for all New Yorkers. We've been down this road before, and now it has revisited our great city.
Yeah, listen, the unfortunate thing is nobody should be surprised by this. These people constantly, whether it's ISIS or Al-Qaeda or any of these radical Islamic extremist groups, they're constantly promoting what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. It's in their actual training manuals. If you can't get your hands on explosives or you can't get your hands on firearms, use knives, use vehicles. The bigger the vehicle, the more damage you cause. This is right out of their training stuff. So we have to realize we don't have any specific threats in this country, but ISIS and Al-Qaeda and radical Islam is a very credible threat to the United States, and anybody that thinks it can happen here or it's not going to happen in the future, you're either naive or you're a moron, because it's here to stay.
Yeah. I think everybody who's witnessed the horrible attacks that we've seen in Europe of this nature, and we've certainly had the Boston Marathon killing, we've had other, the Pulse nightclub, too many attacks in this country. This kind of attack, where someone, all they need to do is rent a car and use it as a weapon, essentially. It's eerie and it's incredibly simple.
You and Tony were talking, and you were talking about John Miller and how they've gone to the individual rental agencies around the tri-state area, trying to get people to understand what to look for. The unfortunate thing is, as Tony said, we can be the best we can be, but you only need one to slip through the cracks, and that's, I think, what happened here. Fortunately for us, unfortunately, it's New York City, but fortunately, it's New York City, and we have better resources. We have more resources. We have more personnel. We have a joint terrorist task force that is probably the most superb in the world. So we'll get to the bottom of this. Yeah. We'll figure it all out. We'll make sure that we're on top of it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have things like this that slip through the cracks.
Well, let me ask you this.
Our intelligence.
Bernie, let me ask you this, because, we all remember the controversy when Commissioner Kelly was in charge, and there were sort of more relaxed rules, for lack of a better way of putting it, in terms of scoping out people who could potentially be dangerous in communities around New York City, in New Jersey, and New York City. Tell me what your feeling is about how we approach that now under the current administration, and what, if anything, needs to change.
The thing that needs to change, the one dynamic that needs to change, is political correctness. Stop the political correctness. The reality is, you're not racial profiling when you're looking for terrorists. You're criminal profiling. That's what you're doing. You're looking for certain people that do certain things, that associate with certain people, that live in certain areas, that attend certain mosques. You have a basic idea of what you're looking for, and you go find them. You look for them. You interview people. You collect intelligence. The people on the left.
And are we hamstrung in this area in New York right now?
We are, because people are afraid to admit that therere's a real problem. The bottom line is, these people are out there.
I got to tell you, when I watched Mayor de Blasio stand up there, and I know obviously this is a difficult moment for anyone in leadership, but when I hear, they're trying to break our spirit, they're trying to, we're strong New Yorkers, and, we're going to go on, and all of that, which is all true. It does make you sort of want to shake your head and say, are we really doing all we can? Okay. I mean, it's Martha, a common. I feel like these sort of moments of solace and these comfort words and phrases that are heard all around the world are sounding a little hackneyed in many ways.
Here's what the mayor didn't say, and many leaders will not say. They're going to kill us if we don't kill them. That's what he didn't say. That's the reality. This is a war. It's a war they started many, many years ago, and the war's not going anywhere unless we end it. Yeah. And the only way to end it, there's no diplomatic solution. This isn't a conventional enemy. They don't wear a uniform. They don't belong to a state. You're either going to kill them or they're going to kill us. And that's the only way you can deal with this.
Bernard Kerik, thank you very much, sir.